Hi sir, good day. Today I'm going to report antenna for wireless power transmission. Planar array antenna for wireless power transmission system at 2.4 GHz. This paper presents a rectifying antenna or rectenna in short, which can harvest the wireless power at 2.45 GHz band. The proposed antenna is designed to convert the wireless RF signal into DC power. The antenna structure consists of 4 printed dipoles located perpendicularly to one another to combine the pattern and increase the gain. The compact antenna radiates unidirectional pattern with the high gain. The rectifying circuit part is designed based on voltage diode with stub matching circuit. Introduction. Wireless communications have been used in many applications of daily life. A rectenna is used to obtain the DC power converted from the received RF power. The rectenna consists of an antenna and a rectifier. The rectifier comprises of 4 parts, namely a Schottky diode, a matching circuit, an output bypass capacitor, and a load resistor. In this paper, there are 4 printed dipoles for receiving the RF power. The structure. The diagram of the rectenna system consists of 4 parts. First, the antenna receives the RF signal, which is the RF energy. Next, the received signal will be converted to DC power by the rectifier circuit. Finally, the DC power will be transferred to the load of the actual application as shown in figure. Structure. The antenna structure is composed of a reflector and 4 printed dipoles located perpendicularly on each side of square array. The reflector is applied to achieve the unidirectional beam as illustrated in figure. Geometry and associated dimensions of proposed antenna. Question and answer number 1. What is the correct arrangement of the diagram of rectenna system? A. RF energy, antenna, load, and rectifying circuit. B. RF energy, antenna, rectifying circuit, and load. C. RF energy, rectifying circuit, antenna, load. Yes, you're correct, sir. Letter B ang tamang sagot. Structure. The rectifying circuit of the rectenna consists of the series SMD coupling capacitor connected to the input open stub matching. The Schottky diode part number is SMS7650-006 located between the open stub matching and the SMD filter capacitor. The shunt SMD resistor is used as the load as shown in the figure. Schematic of the rectifier circuit. Next, what is wireless power transmission? Wireless power transfer or WPT. Wireless power transmission, wireless energy transmission or WET, or electromagnetic power transfer is the transmission of electrical energy without wires as a physical link. These techniques can transport energy longer distance but must be aimed at the receiver. So, ang ibig sabihin po nito, sir, we will able to become free from lacking of electric power when electric power will be supplied wirelessly. Kapag yung kuryente nasusupply na ng wirelessly, pwede tayong maging free sa sa kuryente, sir. Ito din yung ibig sabihin din niya is pwede siya mag-transfer ng power without the using of wires. At nakakatulong din po ito lalo na sa mga lugar na hindi capable sa mga kuryente. Kasi pwede siya mag-supply ng power kahit walang wires. Objective. One of the major issues in transferring power using wires is the losses of electrical power. The percentage of loss of power during transmission and distribution is approximated as 26%. The main reason for power loss during transmission and distribution is the resistance of wires used in grid. History. Nikola Tesla experimented with transmitting power by inductive and capacitive coupling using spark-excited radio frequency resonant transformers, now called Tesla coils, which generate high AC voltages. Nikola Tesla was the first one to propose the idea of wireless power transmission. Tesla would go on the next year to propose a world wireless system that was to broadcast both information and power worldwide. In 1901, at Shoreham, New York, he attempted to construct a large high-voltage wireless power station, now called Wardenclyffe Tower, but by 1904, investment dried up and the facility was never complete. Dahil yun sa sa kakulangan sa budget, hindi niya na po natapos yung yung tower na yung binabalak niyang buuin. 187 feet tall tower was built to broadcast energy, but due to shortage of funds, the tower did not operate. Early on, he attempted to develop a wireless lighting system based on near-field inductive and capacitive coupling. Conducted a series of public demonstrations where he lit Geissler tubes and even incandescent light bulbs from across a stage. He found he could increase the distance at which he could light a lamp by using a receiving LC circuit, tuned to resonance with the transmitter's LC circuit. He managed to light up 200 lamps from distance of 40 km. Question and answer number 2. Is Nikola Tesla was the first one to propose the WPT or wireless power transmission? A. Yes. B. No. C. Maybe. Yes, tama ka dyan, sir. Letter A yan sagot. Question and answer number 3. What year Tesla attempt to construct a large high voltage power station? The correct answer is letter C. 1901. Types of wireless power transmission. Near-field techniques. Inductive coupling, primary and secondary coils are not connected with wires. Both are isolated from each other. Energy transfer is due to mutual induction. Transformer, wireless charging pad or WCP, electric brush are example of inductive clothing. Resonant inductive coupling, combination of inductive coupling and resonance. Coil provides the inductance. Capacitor is connected parallel to the coil. Exchange of energy between two elements is known as resonance. The inductive reactance and capacitive reactance are equal. Far field techniques. Microwave power transmission transfer high power from one place to another. Two places being in line of sight, usually AC is converted to DC first. DC is converted to microwaves using magnetron. Transmitted waves are received at rectena, which rectifies, gives DC as the output. DC is converted back to AC. Ano bang pinagkaiba ni near field at saka ni far field? Bali, ang far field, simulan po natin sa far field. Ang far field, ito po yung region na yung field niya is umaakto ng normal na electromagnetic radiation. Samantalang yung near field naman po is yung region niya, ang electric at magnetic field ay nag-e-exist lamang independently sa kanilang dalawa. And it's either yung isang type of field sa kanila is pwede niyang ma-cover up yung isang type or masakop. Laser transmission. Laser is highly directional and coherent. It does not get dispersed for very long, but it gets attenuated when it propagates through atmosphere. It requires a simple receiver, that is a photovoltaic cell. Question and answer number 4. Which of the following it gets attenuated through atmosphere? A. Near field, B. Far field, C. Laser transmission. Yes, tama ka dyan, sir. Laser transmission. What is rectena? A rectena is a rectifying antenna, a special type of receiving antenna that is used for converting electromagnetic energy into direct current electricity. They are used in wireless power transmission systems that transmit power by radio waves. It consists of mesh dipoles and diodes. It converts microwave to its DC equivalent. So, yung rectena po is ginagamit siya para mag-convert ng RF energy papunta sa desired na DC electrical energy. What is solar power satellite? The solar power satellite system is a concept to collect solar power in space and then transport it to the surface of the earth by microwave or possibly laser beam, where it is converted into electrical power for terrestrial use. Solar energy is collected by photocells and it gives electricity, which is further converted into microwaves or laser. Each solar power satellite may have 400 million photocells using rectena or photovoltaic cell. The solar energy is converted into electrical energy. How can we use antenna for wireless power transmission? First, it is necessary to know for which frequency you would like to use for this wireless power transmission. After, how much power you would like to transfer, then what kind of antenna you would use for it and its efficiency. And finally, with all this information required, you would see if it is possible to use antennas for wireless power transmission. Antennas can be used to harvest ambient RF energy that can be utilized to power up small integrated devices which require less power. This has been proved earlier. An ECE professor at GTech invented small printable antennas which harvest RF energy at a wide band of spectrum. Such small printable antennas, when realized in the form of grid etched in small device, can charge up batteries. The idea of wireless power transmission dates back to Nikola Tesla's The Electro Wizard famous experiment. There is very recent wireless power transfer project under consideration by Japan government which aims to deploy farms of solar panels in space. This project will exploit the unending solar energy and beam back it to the Earth. Such projects can be very strong alternative form of renewable energy to the more disastrous nuclear energy. Yes, we can use rectenna, a combination of a rectifier and antenna. This is one of the most promising methods too. To send the energy from space to Earth, highly directive antennas should be used, otherwise, the received energy is very small. But directive antennas must be aligned precisely to have higher amount of received power. Question and answer number 5. Blank is a concept to collect solar power in space. A. Solar beam. B. Solar satellite. C. Solar energy. Yes, tama ka, sir. Tamang sagot is solar satellite, letter B. So, summary, a rectenna is used to obtain the DC power converted from the received RF power. The rectenna consists of antenna and a rectifier. The rectifier comprised of 4 parts, namely a Schottky diode and a matching circuit, an output bypass capacitor, and a load resistor. Wireless power transmission is the transmission of electrical energy without wires as a physical link. These techniques can transport energy longer distance but must be aimed at the receiver. There are 3 types of wireless power transmission, that is near field, far field, and laser transmission. The solar power satellite system is a concept to collect solar power in space and then transport it to the surface of Earth by microwave. Ano ba yung laser? Yung laser, ito po yung gumagamit tayo ng unique properties para makapag-send tayo ng data from space to Earth na kino-convert niya sa electricity. Okay, sir. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.